this is actually the end of the video, but maybe I should say, hi, my name is Laura, and today I'm working on a tiny tool, a tiny vise, inspired by Jason from Fireball Tool. Okay, back to the beginning. All right, so I just had a little bit of a, well, panic attack sounds strong. Like, you're gonna think that I don't wanna work on this project. It's just proving to be a little bit more difficult than I had anticipated, which is fine. So while I was waiting for this to pickle, I started tapping the rod that's gonna be this main threaded rod. So, I mean, right now it looks like hot garbage. And I'm like really sorry. I hope that you just don't know and you're like, oh, I think it looks fine. Because that's what I need to hear from you right now. So, but that, you know, it looks soldered. You know, these seams look all soldered in here and in there. That looks all soldered. So that's kind of cool and unexpected. And then, you know, I soldered that front little area. There was a gap there. And these are all soldered. I took it out of the pickle a little bit early, but so there's still like some pickle in the crevices and like the yellow ochre residue has to come off. I mean, I just really fried this poor thing. But I don't want to heat it up anymore. And so I kind of felt like this was my shot to try and get it all soldered. So it's on there. I got some solder slop right there that's got to be cleaned up, but that shouldn't be, that's not something I can't handle. I got to get this to fit in here to like there maybe or so, I don't know. And so I have to, yeah, just work it. I may have to like sand this a little bit more. Just want it to work smooth in and out. And I'm gonna cut this flush and yeah, just keep on keeping on. That's the name of the game. And we're back. And look at this. Starting to look like a vise, huh? So this inner tube, you know, it fits all the way in. I don't think it needs to go in this far, but it fits. But it's still tight. And so I still have to work on it a little bit more to get it to be smoother, because if I expect this like sterling silver thread to open and close the jaws of the vise and not get stripped, you know, I need it to just go really easily. But this is all soldered together and it looks really good. Obviously there's some solder slop that needs to be cleaned up, and then down here I need to clean this up as well, but I have to put a bar across here. Well, before the end of this video, I'll have it cut out so you can see, but I have to solder like a plate across these two, and that's going to be the jaw of this side of the vise, and then this side, where's the top? See, that's why I did that. So I know it goes in this way, and then these guys will be soldered onto the inner rectangle tube. I should make this fit smoother before I solder these guys on, because once these are soldered on, there's probably very little I'm going to be able to do to this. So and then I also have to make a little end cap, because there's going to be, where's that tube? This tube is going to be connected to the outer rectangle tube, and I have to make that stay on, but I have to, I have to somehow create a way for it to stay secure. So I have to make an end cap for that. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out the bars for the jaw pads, and then I'm going to start working on this back cap. Let's do it. You can always tell when I've had a good day in the studio by how crazy my bench is. Like there's anyways, so here it is so far. So I've gotten it to that part where it just falls out. So I'm hoping that that is enough non-friction that it'll never strip the... But that is exciting that that's ready to go. You know, this is come a long way in just a day. I haven't pickled it anymore. I haven't worked on this part anymore since you saw it last, but I'm kind of giving you one last good look at the... I almost said the disaster that it is. This seam also needs to get flushed out, and I got to clean up this solder, pickle it more. This, you know, we're going with it. It looks pretty good. And then this fits in there, looks really nice. And then I've got an end cap here that will be flushed out completely. But, you know, you want to make everything a little bit bigger so that you can just bring it in. You just like creep up to it. So it's a little bit bigger, but in the end, it's going to be flush with that. And then this will have, okay, this is my 0090 bolt. And they're going to be, I think I was only going to have one in each side because that's all you need. And there's going to be a body hole through, because I was thinking about doing two on each side, two on each of the three sides, because it might look better. So that is a decision that is a game time decision. We're just going to have to see how it's starting to come together and how it looks and stuff. But basically, whether there's two on each side or just one, there's just going to be a body hole through this, and then the hole into this part of the rectangle tube will be tapped. And so it'll just bolt on in 3 places. And that is what is going to hold, you know, we've got this tube that's going to be soldered onto this end cap. And then that bolts there, and you know, it's not going to be all this long. It only is going to be maybe like this long or something like that. It just needs to be long enough that the threaded rod can catch it. And then when this turns, the threaded rod in this tube, threaded tube, will pull or push the jaw back open or closed. And so that is exciting. And then this last part, I don't know if any of that made any sense. And to be completely honest, I'm still a little fuzzy on how this thing works, but I know that if I watch a couple more YouTube videos, I'll like figure it out. And then now that I have the pieces that are coming together, I'll be able to figure out the dimensions. But this in here, you know, we can put this aside for a second. This is the other side of the jaws. What do you think about that? And so I like, for some reason, in one of my little like blurbs where I check in with you, where I update you, one of the little update segments earlier, I said that I was going to cut these before this portion. And so then I really didn't have... I did it anyways because I told you I would. So the actual jaws are like this. So, you know, for this side, it'll be soldered on there and there. It seems kind of big. Like I may want to make this flush, or it doesn't have to be that whole way. Maybe I want to make it, maybe I want to have it like that. and then only have it stick up like 1 millimeter from here. But that's the thing, is like you just don't know until you start cutting and then you've cut it too big, but it's better to cut it too big than to cut it too small. I'll tell you that. So this is going to be on here like this. Let me see if I can. There you go. I don't think it's going to stay. Oh, it did stay. Do you think I can get this one on? Oh, look at that, folks. What do you think about that? I mean, obviously, oh, it's slipping. It's slipping as we speak, but there you freaking go. There it is. Well, folks, that was a full day. And I still have to get ready for going on iron pour next weekend in Salisbury, Indiana at Sculpture Trails. Good. You're good. Yeah. Good, man? Yeah. Cool. All right. Smush it in there, man. Really smush. Like it? Got it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go get ready for that and get ready for the work week. But I will see you back in the studio, and we're gonna keep working on this. I think we've got another couple days before we're finished, but we made really good headway. I'm gonna study up a bunch of other videos to figure out how the mechanism actually works so that when I get back in here, I'll know what I'm doing. So, okay. But thank you for tuning in and sticking it out and enjoying this type of content. I know a lot of you comment on my videos that you like the tiny tools that I make. And so I have to say, I'm making this one for you guys because, you know, I was thinking about making something different for the Repair Days auction. And I hadn't made a tiny tool in a year. And just knowing how much you guys enjoy me making them, and I do enjoy making them too. And so it just kind of sealed the deal. And so I guess I just am telling you that so that you know, for the positive comments, I do read them. I do hear you. And I do really appreciate that you're interested in what I'm doing. And, you know, just finding some sort of entertainment in this weird life that I lead with this basement hobby that I went to school for. So yeah, thanks as always. And thank you to my ironclad crew over there. You know, the ironclad crew, if you really like my content and you're interested in getting a little bit more, the little more that I can offer is for Patreon members. I do a monthly check-in where I basically tell you what I did the whole month before and kind of like what I'm planning to do in the next month coming up. And I do that every single month. So you always kind of know, if you haven't seen any public videos, they always know why. They always know where I've just gone to an iron pour. Sometimes they see more personal videos or private videos of maybe family vacations. And I've been doing it for a while, so there's quite a bit of backlogged content. If you really happen to be interested in binging Laura Vermilye content and what I've made in the past. But yeah, it's $1 a month or more, but you know, those people just go a little bit extra to support me. And I really appreciate it. And it also helps fund me going to iron pours and helps me get more better filming equipment or materials to work in my studio. So like the sterling silver that I'm working with, a lot of that is funded by them. So big shout out to my ironclad crew over on Patreon. Thank you guys. As always, I love you so much. But everybody else, I love you too. And thanks for keeping me company down here. And I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye. Mwah! Maybe I have to think about it. I have to think about it long and hard. And like all of my major decisions in life, I like to think about them long and hard. Proving to be a little bit. proving to be a little bit more difficult than I had anticipated. Oh, hold it, please. I have to pick out a hammer. Woo! Okay. Is this one good? Anyway, so the next part that I have to do, I'm obviously worried about. So that's why I'm talking so long, is because I'm procrastinating. What is that? Have you seen that thing on social media where it's like, my parents did not raise a quitter, but they did raise a procrastinator. Anyways, that's what I feel like. That's what I feel like right now. But I'm not a procrastinator. This is due at the beginning of September. And right now, it is the middle to end of July. So I have this, you know. Anyways, we're in the weeds. Anyway, so